Hi, friends. My name is Toni Cureton. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Life Skills FYI. Life Skills FYI provides a set of core adult capabilities to manage work, family, and relationships successfully. It's designed to help build the skills adults need for life. Life Skills FYI teaches skills of planning, awareness, focus, self-control, and flexibility. They are daily living skills to promote successful, independent living. Skills that every adult should know, but were never taught in school. Life Skills FYI premieres on Thursdays at 10 a.m. on our My Virtual Academy Facebook page and on Instagram. Today, we are going to go through a step-by-step process learning how to legally change our name. So, people change their legal name for many reasons. For the most part, name changes happen due to marriage, divorce, adoption, gender change, or court order. Marriage and divorce are the most common reasons for legal name changes. You need a marriage certificate if you'd like to take your spouse's name after your wedding. To get your maiden name back after divorce, all you need is a divorce decree. And Michigan happens to be one of the states that will allow you to obtain a court order name change if you don't like your current name. Today, we are going to talk about the general process of legally changing your name. Number one, marriage name change. To legally change your name through marriage, you must apply for a marriage license at your local county courthouse. Applying for a marriage license in Michigan costs between $20 and $30. A certified copy costs $34, plus $16 for each additional copy that you request. There's a 3-day waiting period to obtain your marriage license, and the marriage license is valid for 33 days. So you have 33 days once you apply for the license to get married. After 33 days, you have to go through the process all over again. After your wedding, you'll receive a marriage certificate in the mail, which serves as your official legal name document. The first place to update your name after your marriage is with Social Security Administration. You do this by submitting a Form SS5. Your marriage certificate and proof of your identity and citizenship. You can go online to Social Security Administration and fill out those documents there. You can then proceed to change your name on your driver's license, passport, and other state and federal documents. Number two, divorce name change. The first step of a divorce name change is to go through divorce proceedings in your state. After the state says your divorce is final, you will be able to obtain a divorce decree, which serves as your legal name change document. Your divorce decree authorizes your name change and allows you to return to your maiden name or former name. When you update your Social Security card, driver's license, passport, and other documents. If there are errors on your divorce decree, or if you'd like a different surname, you can file a petition to modify it. If the court does not allow modification, you will likely need to file a petition for a court-ordered name change. You should always keep proof of your original name, birth certificate, in case you run into any difficulties using it again. And over here to my right is an example of what your document will look like when you are filing for divorce. Number 3, adoption. Some parents choose to change their child's name after adoption. If this is your scenario, you will need to know the following. The original birth certificate will include the place and time of birth, the baby's length and weight, and the biological parent's name. After the adoption application is approved by a judge and the process is finalized, the state will issue a new birth certificate. The new amended birth certificate will be issued, replacing the biological parent's name with the names of the adoptive parents. The amended birth certificate will also include the child's new name if their name is being changed. Many states seal the original birth certificate, but then grant the adoptee access once they turn 18, while others require a court petition in order to unseal the original documents. Here, to my right, is an example of what the petition for adoption would look like if you're thinking about or have adopted a child. Number 4, court-ordered name changes. A legal name change for reasons other than marriage or divorce is court-ordered name change, and it's usually because of personal preference, meaning many people grow up with names that they don't really care for, and often say, oh my God, why did my parents name me this? But for some, they really take that seriously and be like, oh my God, why did my parents name me this? And so when they become of age, they decide, I don't want this name. I've never wanted this name. And so legally, I'm going to get rid of the name. The other reason for a court-ordered name change is because gender change. If you decide to go through and seek a court-ordered name change, the first step usually involves filing a petition with your local circuit court, and if granted, you will begin the court-ordered name change process. You can generally change your name to anything, but most states have exceptions and don't allow name changes if you are going to utilize the name change and be involved in criminal activity, or if you are petitioning for the name change because you're trying to escape debt and paying creditors. You're trying to skip out on money that you owe people. Also, asking for a name change with the intent of being misleading, you're usually going to be denied. In other words, if you try to take the name of someone that's famous, you now want to become Beyonce or Marilyn Monroe, that more likely than not will be denied by a court. Choosing a confusing name is also another reason why courts will deny your name change petition. And confusing names include names that have numbers or symbols in them, like the artist formerly known as Prince. When he changed his name, he couldn't change his name to the symbol. So he had to change his name to the artist formerly known as Prince. Also, you cannot change your name to something that's offensive, a racial slur, or fighting words, or terms that can be interpreted as being threatening. You can't name yourself, I'm going to beat you up, something like that. You can't do that. Also, if your new name is granted, the court will issue a decree with that new name on it. So here is an example of what the petition to change your name will look like. And again, you can get this from your local city clerk's office, the circuit court office. So if you live in Wayne County, you go there. If you live in Macomb County, you go to your local circuit court clerk's office to obtain your application, your petition for changing your name. So here's the process. Step number one, you complete the petition for legal name change. Again, you can go online or you can go to your local clerk's office, obtain the form and fill it out. Step number two, file the petition for legal name change at your local circuit court. File the original petition with your local circuit court and keep a copy for your records. Filing a name change petition costs $175 in the state of Michigan. If you don't have $175, you can petition the court and request a waiver for that fee. And you will express your hardship and they will make a determination and let you know whether or not it's been accepted or not. Step number three, get a criminal background check. You will need to go to your local police department to have a criminal background check done on yourself. You can, again, go to your local law enforcement agency and pay the fee and fill out the paperwork necessary to process your criminal background check. You will have to get fingerprinted and they will record this on the Michigan application card, the IR008. The fee for this is $43.25 plus any additional fees that go along with that. And once you had the background check done and you've been fingerprinted, your local law enforcement agency will provide you with copies and they may or may not forward this information to the state of Michigan Police Department. More likely than not, they're going to forward the fingerprints and the background check themselves. But some agencies, they give it to you and require you to file these forms and send this to the state police department, Michigan State Police Department. And then the state police will forward a copy of your fingerprints to the FBI. It usually takes 3 to 5 weeks to complete your background check, and the state police department will report its findings and any information that they got from the FBI along with your petition to the court. The court will not schedule a hearing for your name change until it gets the report from the state police. If you have no pending cases or charges or a criminal record, you'll be approved by both the state police and the FBI. The state police will destroy the copies of the fingerprints and the background check that it took on you, that you filed with that petition, and it will then forward all the information to the circuit court so that the circuit court can then schedule your hearing for changing your name. Step 4, scheduling the hearing. After the court receives your report from the state police, a hearing will be scheduled. Some courts require you to call and schedule it. Other courts will schedule it for you and send you a notice of hearing. You can ask the court clerk about scheduling your hearing when you file your petition. And here to my right on the screen is a copy of what your publication notice for hearing on your name change will look like. Your next step is to publish your notice of hearing. This is step number 5. Once your court hearing is scheduled, you're required to publish a notice of it to move forward with the name change process here in Michigan. The purpose of this is to notify any individual whom your name change might affect. Wife, husband, children, people like that, mother, father, family members, people like that that have a direct connection with you, and you changing your identity, your name, could possibly affect how they are identified with you. Once the local newspaper publish your hearing information, it'll complete an affidavit of publication for you to be submitted to the court as proof that you published the fact that you're changing your name for any and everyone to see and know. Different newspapers charge different fees for publishing your name change hearing notice. So you're going to have to comparison shop, and go to different newspapers to get the best value for your dollar. But for the most part, it can be as much as $98 to publish your name in the local paper, indicating that you are changing your name. Finally, obtaining a court order costs $10. You'll pay an additional $10 for every certified copy that you request with your new name change on it. Step number 6, attend the hearing. Now it's time for your hearing. On the day of your hearing, bring along multiple copies of your documents. At the hearing, the judge will likely ask you questions about the information on your petition. The judge will also give anyone who objects to your name change a chance to talk about their reasons for objecting. When the hearing is complete, the court will mail your final documents in about 1 to 2 weeks. If the judge approves your petition, you'll receive an order following hearing on petition to change names. This document is what you will use to change your name with every other institution. So, step number 7, who do I contact after my name has been legally changed? Well, generally, after you've received your legal name change documents, you can start updating your identification and accounts with your new name. The first agency that you should start with, and it's not even an option, it is a requirement. The first agency that you need to contact once you receive your final legal name change document is the Social Security Administration. They're the first agency you have to contact. That's the first document that you need to change, because this document here, these 2 documents, your name change document and your Social Security card, your new Social Security card, is the document that every other agency is going to require from you in order to change your name legally in their records. Your name change document alone is not going to get you a new driver's license or your new name on your bank account. It is your Social Security card along with your legal name change document. Once you have your new social security card, then you can reach out to all of the other agencies to change your name officially. You can change your driver's license number, your passports, your birth certificate, your credit cards, your voter's registration cards. Make sure you notify your employers so that they can change your name on your tax documents, your withholding documents. Notify your landlord, your mortgage company, your utilities companies. Change your name there. Notify your insurance company, car insurance as well as medical insurance. And I want to make a note about medical insurance. Please, please, please make sure that you have that final approved document from the court saying that you can change your name, and then make sure that your social security card is changed before you change your health insurance, because that can be a big mess if you don't have the proper documentation to go along with that. And you could wind up not being covered by your insurance. You don't want that. So these are the various agencies that you would need to update your records: Social Security Administration, bank accounts, employers, utility companies, insurance, voters registration, landlord and mortgages, credit cards, driver's license, state ID, post office, schools, doctors, attorneys, subscriptions, you name it. Anyone that has your old name, you should contact and give them your new name. So, friends, that's all my time for today. Thanks so much for joining me on Life Skills FYI. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. My name is Toni Cureton. My number is 586-842-0558. Thanks again for tuning in, and always remember to adult responsibly.